Our worlds are in danger. To save them and the galaxy, we must find the 4 cyber planet keys before the Decepticons can use them for evil. It is our mission. Hotshot, Jetfire, Vector Prime, Landmine, Scattershot, Optimus Prime, Transform and roll out!
Transformers, more than meets the eye.
Autobots, Decepticons!
Transformers, robots in disguise.
Transformers! Transformers! The Autobots wage their battle to destroy the evil forces of the Decepticons.
Hello there, it's me again, earthmanbrick. And we're back. This time we're back with an official figure. This is Tarn. Tarn is a Decepticon with an obvious Decepticon logo for his faceplate. So he wears that as a kind of a mask. No, this toy you cannot take it off. Other sort of model kits and things you can, but not this one. This is the official Transformers Legacy United version. Voyager class, that's the size scale. Usually the price point. We have an increasing price point. But yeah, this one says it's Comic Book Universe Tarn. Now, let's have a look at the back of the box, and whilst we're looking at that, it's the 27 steps to transform. You can take it party's gun and turn it into a long gun, which I'm not going to bother doing that, it seems a bit crap. And yeah, so a little bit of background on him. So he's from the comics originally, and he's from the how do I put this politically correct? He's from the very gay IDW comics. Why do I say they're gay? Well, they had very, very gay storylines. Right? Why would Transformers be gay? They're robots, they don't sexually reproduce. But, yep, they went there. Now they don't have the comics anymore, and everybody's kind of feeling a bit of a sigh of relief. Because, again, it's like, why are the Transformers gay? What is this all about? Now, if you don't believe me, here we go. Here's a few examples. So we've got this one here, where you've got 2 Transformers. They're kissing each other. Again, when have they ever done that? They had a few jocular kind of storylines to that effect, like The Girl Who Loved Me, which was the G1 episode with Power Glide, where there's this spoiled brat of a girl who falls in love with the Autobot Power Glide. He transforms into a plane and stuff, and they have a bit of a love-hate relationship. And then by the end of the episode, they're both working together in perfect unison, and jokingly, the woman just kisses him on the cheek and he kind of blushes, and then they flirt a little, and then he opens up his chest cavity and a bunch of LEDs make a little heart symbol. It's a very sort of kind of wholesome, fun little silly episode that they did. It's priceless. Highly recommend you watch it. I'll probably put a link to the episode below. But yeah, it was fun. It's innocent. This though, what's the innocence about this? They're giving each other tongues and stuff. It's like, I love you so much. It's not even funny. It's like, this is a bit far. It's like, peck on the cheek or something. Like even RC, the first female Autobot in the movie and stuff, she doesn't kiss anyone or anything. There's maybe a small flirtation here or there, but again, it's all kind of throwaway stuff that focuses on everything else with the Transformers. This sort of thing, this has never been the focus. This is all a bit weird. So we've got this is one example. Here we go. Rewind, my love. It's not for me to say. I'm gonna try to do a different voice. But this affects us, both of us. If I don't do this, if we leave, here not knowing we could spend the next 4 million years searching for someone. It's like, what? What is this? Look at this. They're like, oh, I love you so much. It's like, is this my... Now, you would expect this in something like My Little Pony or something. Possibly. But Transformers? What the shit is this? It's fucking bizarre. This is for the final one. This is a real singer. I'm not real. I'm just a figment of your imagination. Don't go. I can't lose you again. You and me, huh? Guess some things were never meant to... Shut up. Shut up and let me say this while you're still round to hear it. Because I don't care. Real, fake, alive or dead. I love you. You probably don't recognize who this is. This is Tailgate, right? And this is meant to be Cyclonus. Why he's got horns instead of bunny ears? I don't know. Again, IDW, they were pretty gay when it came to the comics. But that's just a few examples. Very weird stuff. But one of the good things that came out of the IDW comics was Tarn. He was a member of the DJD, which is the Decepticon Justice Division. And they were basically, they tortured and hurt the fellow Decepticons. They were basically like the internal police, an administrative division of the Decepticons. And this is this guy. So enough about the history, back lore. That's pretty much all you're going to get from me. If you want more, you can go look on the bloody wiki page yourself. It's not that exciting, and it's... I don't think, like, lore-wise, it was ever that interesting. They just tried to make him as cool as possible and try to go out of their way to make it like, look, he's interesting, he's different, he's got character. And it's like, yeah, but what have you done with the rest of the Decepticons and the Transformers? It's all a bit mad. So we've got what is it, a T's and C's or whatever the heck that is. Yeah. Fuck the box. It's just dropped. So this is a bit of a gun thing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull out the scissors. Let's go chopping. So that's these cannons, which are a clear, transparent kind of purple plastic with grey paint applications over the top. And yeah, this is pretty cool. I like how both the cannons are not the exact same. There is some character mark difference. There is some hollowness, but it actually works in its favor because of the light piping effect that you get with all this kind of transparent plastic. Got a little light here. Let's see how this looks. See how it shines through there. Kind of cool. So yeah, that's his gun. This is another bit of the gun here. And these parts are just meant to go either side. Now there is several notches on this bit. This is actually pretty cool. So I think these just kind of go in either side there. And you can carry this on his sidearm or wherever he's in. It's got a couple of pegs there. Don't know if that's everything or not. Now, I probably should have done a bit of research and watched the actual original transformation of this, but again, hindsight. Hindsight and jokes and stuff. Anyway, get rid of that. Don't need that no more. Here's the instructions. Yeah, it's got a front page. And oh my goodness, yeah, pretty big. So yeah, it shows the possible gun combinations. So you can just stick it there on the sidearm, or you can stick the two barrels together and have a long gun. Or you can stick it on the back there and have it as shoulder cannons. So that's another cool option. It's pretty nifty. And it's great that it gives you all those modes. And this is a transformation process. So Let's have a look at him. Now, I heard that there was 2 versions of this guy. The original one had some build issues. So he's got more than a 90-degree bend there. Hello there, and we're back. Here he is transformed. Bloody hell! It got really complicated at certain points. This whole part here actually sits up in the top of where his legs are, and you can see these 2 tabs here going to there. And it's probably easier if I transform it from this mode back to robot. So where to start? I think you start off by lifting these legs up, and there's a double hinge here right at the knees, and there's an extra hinge here and here, so 2 hinges. So we want to leave them right roundabouts here so we can like de-transform this bit. So we uncouple these parts here. These are the faux treads, and you can see here with the arms they're actually at a weird angle. And that's part of the transformation. It's not 100% clear in the instructions. So what we want to do is we want to untab the arms from the legs here. You can see there's a little peg either side. And now we can uncouple this and flip that round. And then we can clasp these parts back up again. So just one peg here. Flip around, and it's on a double hinge. That clasps up. There we go. And we just straighten out these arms again. These panels go back round to fill up these hollow bits. So straighten out. Flip this panel around. And you can flip up you can sort out these arms and bits later. That we can straighten out these legs now, unpeg them, there we go, and flip round toes so he's standing up. And then these parts here, they actually want to do a 180 round, so we need to do some futzing here, so we need to unclasp this. It's on a double hinge, and we can rotate that back around, and just have that freely there, because we need to flip this part round and flip the head out. You can do both those parts up until we get to about here, and we don't quite have the clearance needed to flip these round, so we need to start flipping these round. So you just flip them round to about there, and then all the way up to the top again. And as you can see, as we're doing that, the chest starts to come back, and flip the head up, and you can see there is a tab there. You can slip into here, and these parts need to collapse in first. You can see that. Let's release them, and then those parts both clasp in, and then this will give you the clearance to put that part down, and then this part will peg into here once again. There we go. And then put the arms down and just futz with these, turn his wrists round. There we go. Leave his hands open, flop up the antennae and collapse that back in. Boom, there we go. That's Tarn. All back the way he's meant to be. And I think when I've superglued this, it has in fact superglued the head into place. Oh dear. On the bulb joint. Which is kind of what I was hoping not to do, but I don't really need to pivot it. Now I can put this back on. Here. And that's our Tarn. Pretty good figure. Transformation's a bit bung, but for this mode, pretty solid. Is he worth it? It's up to you to decide. I got him relatively cheap. How much did I have to pay for him? I got him from this website here. Flip it on. It's In Demand Toys. This is a pretty good website actually. It's a UK one. Just wait for it to load. And Transformers. We've got a whole litany here. And if we just search Tarn, pop up with the result. There he is there. So he's actually on sale. He's only 12 quid at the moment. And you can see there's actually a Blockies version of Tarn here as well, which is just shy of £40. It's a good bit more expensive. But this one is currently 12 quid, which is why I snapped him up, because he was on sale, reduced down from 33 quid. And yeah, I think this guy's worth it. I think he's pretty cool, even though he does have the stain theme from the IDW comics. Now let's see, can we get that double hinge to play effect? Yes! So you can get it, give it a proper knee in the gut. So yeah, you could probably get some interesting poses with this guy. I won't be able to get any interesting poses with this guy so much because I superglued the head in place. Now it won't even spin or pivot or anything. But it's better than the faceplate coming off constantly, so sacrifices. But yeah, that's all I've got for you today. So, thanks again for watching, and